So you've been to Dumaguete. So how would you say is it the fact that there's fewer foreigners here? Is that the biggest difference?
Yes.
Okay. And so therefore it feels more like the Philippines.
For me, Leyte is more close from the Philippine culture. Really.
What's your name?
My name is Martial.
Martial.
Martial, yes.
Martial.
In French, Martial.
Martial.
You know, a lot of people speaking English, UK or here, even here. This people say,
Maybe can you, yeah,
oh,
okay.
I need to.
Yeah, that's good.
It's
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Make sure that the audio is good, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of people say Martial here
Okay.
because the sound is slightly different between French language and English.
Yeah. So you're from France. What part of France?
Normandy.
Normandy.
Yes.
That's I know
the west part of France.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. There's a lot of history in Normandy.
Yes, of course. It's a place. It's a place where US and UK and Canadian soldiers landed in June 1945.
Yeah.
You know, to free us from Nazi.
Yes.
So it's very important for me also.
That's where you and your family is from historically.
Yes.
So your family survived. They were there.
My mom, my father, my grandpa, etc. They knew this period of war, Second World War II,
Okay.
and they also live this period of the arrival of U.S. soldiers.
Wow, that's so cool, man. I would have never known it. That you was at your family was at Normandy.
Yeah.
So okay, so how old are you?
Oh, I'm fine. I feel so quiet when in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
really.
what is your age?
My age, I'm just 16.
60. Oh, you're still young, man. You're still going strong. Huh?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So we're here in Ormoc. How long have you been coming to the Philippines?
Oh, the first time I hear about the Philippines, I was in the UAE. I was working in the UAE, and as you know, in the UAE, ever in Dubai or Abu Dhabi, there is a lot of foreigners working here, and I mainly work with Filipinos.
Okay.
So we work together. We became friends, etc., etc. It was in 2009, and you remember in 2009 it was a subprime crisis. So 2 weeks after 2 weeks, everybody went in their respective countries. But with my friend Filipinos, I say, oh, okay, don't worry, I will visit you in the Philippines. That's why I start coming in the Philippines from 2010. So I start visiting my friend in Manila, in Quezon City, in Cebu, etc., etc. And after, when they come back working in the UAE, I continue exploring by my own the Philippines, so to discover new places, etc.
Okay, so you've been coming to the Philippines since 2010, so have you been all over the country? Have you been all over the Philippines? Where have you been?
Oh, I start mainly with Luzon and Manila, etc., etc.
Okay.
And after I went to Cebu, I explored the Cebu Island.
Okay.
And I heard about tourist spot like Palawan or Boracay. So I went there, and I was not interested by this kind of place because so much crowdy and people only staying like here 2 days or something like no relationship with Filipinos or etc. So I say no, stop for me. So I start visiting other places like Leyte, Samar, and also Mindanao, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So, and for me it was more interesting experience because it was easy for me to have relationship with Filipinos, to learn about the culture, to learn about the way of life, their specific values, etc., etc.
Okay. So what if so do you have a favorite place here? Like for example, I think maybe a lot of people's heard of Dumaguete, or maybe Angeles City. Okay, I think Angeles City is another popular one. We're here in Ormoc. How does Ormoc compare to Dumaguete? Similar?
I don't like Angeles City.
Okay.
Why? Because perhaps because of the history.
Yeah.
You know, Angeles City, Olongapo, Subic Bay, etc. There is a lot of. It was a place where U.S. Army stays there
Yeah.
during the World War II with
Yeah.
Japanese problem, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So there is still a lot of American culture here.
Yeah.
So for me, also not very interesting. My need was to know about the Philippines and to know about the Philippine culture, the way of life, the history also.
Yes. Yes. So I'm kind of curious about this. 2010 to now, that's 14 years.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't here in 2010. I don't know what it was like. Maybe you could tell me, has it changed? Has this country changed a lot in 14 years?
It's up from the location.
Okay.
Yes. If you go, for example, if you take a picture of Manila.
Okay.
Manila is a big city, very crowded, very busy, a lot of pollution, etc., etc. It's easy to see the change. You know, Manila, the population of Manila is increasing about 10,000 people each week.
Wow.
So it is considered by politics unmanageable.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see that.
Yeah.
Yes. Also in Manila, when I start visiting my friend in Manila, it was in the the president was Duterte.
Yes.
And it was in Manila a lot of drugs problem.
Yeah.
It was easy. You go like that, walking in the street. It was easy to see drugs deals, etc., etc. So people were scared about that. It is one of the things I saw.
Yeah.
You know. And now when you go to Manila, okay, I don't say there is no drugs problem anymore, but it is more safer. You know. You can go to Manila. There is no problem of security now.
Okay. Well, how about? So it's safer in Manila. So
Yeah.
So how about here? Say Cebu or Leyte or these other places that is not the big city.
Yeah.
Have the people changed? Has the culture changed somewhat?
No. Filipinos, and that's also why I like being in the Philippines. Ever in place like Leyte or in Samar or in Mindanao, they are very, very attached and proud of their culture.
Yeah.
They don't want to change. Of course, you will see McDonald's or something like that, but they like their culture, they like their traditions, they like talking about that.
Yeah. So, like for example, we're here in Ormoc. Okay. It's 2024. Let's say it's 14 years ago. You would say that the people of Ormoc are generally the same today as they were 14 years ago. Would you say?
Yeah.
Okay. And the same would apply to the people in Mindanao or the people in Negros. You would say that they're generally. Some people might argue that the internet has changed.
Yes, of course. Yes, internet changed a lot of things.
Okay.
But in the everyday life, for example, if here in the plaza you can see a lot of students, a lot of people with their cell phone and etc. etc. But you still can meet people singing Filipino song, Tagalog or Bisaya here,
Yeah.
songs, etc. There is a lot of, you go around Linao, you go, yesterday I was in Southern Leyte with my girlfriend. We went by scooter in Southern Leyte. Okay, there is a lot of events with traditional exhibition with etc.
Okay.
So it's not difficult to see and to go there.
Yeah.
That's why I appreciate that.
Do you think that the cost of living, the expense say food or housing, has that dramatically risen? I guess it's gone up everywhere, but would you say like for the people that was coming over here because it was affordable?
Yeah.
Would you say that it's still affordable
Yes,
or
it's,
not
Yes, it's still affordable. Yes.
as affordable as it was 14 years ago, or less affordable?
The difference, the slightly difference in a place like Ormoc,
Yeah.
you know, Ormoc and Leyte, there is not a lot of foreigners.
Yeah.
We say in Bisaya, afam in
Yes.
Bisaya.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, there's not a lot of foreigners here. Do you feel comfortable here? Do you
Oh,
feel,
yeah,
you
yeah.
feel safe here in
Oh,
Ormoc?
yes, safe,
Even
yes.
though there's not a lot of foreigners. And by the way, I've been here a couple of days. I've noticed that down in Dumaguete, it's tons of foreigners. Like you know what I mean. You've been to Dumaguete, right?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
a lot of foreigners. Here, there's not that many. So-
No.
But you
only
feel,
few.
but you feel
This
totally.
evening I saw two, perhaps,
Yeah, and now
And,
you've seen three. Me.
and yes, you are the third. And
Yeah.
the one difference is that in crowded place, like I always say Palawan or such place, where there is a lot of tourism and foreigners, so prices are more expensive. Here, few foreigners.
Yeah.
Sometimes you, as a foreigner, you will pay a little bit more expensive. For
Yeah.
example, if you buy food in the street, or if you take tricycle or
Yeah.
taxi or something, okay, you will. We say it's a AFAM tax.
Look, Marcel.
A little bit.
You know what
But
I do?
In places like Palawan, prices are very expensive.
I've enjoyed the conversation, by the way, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So here, you've got so much experience here in the Philippines. So what advice would you give foreigners? Okay, maybe perhaps fellow Frenchmen or Americans or whatever. What advice would you give to foreigners coming to the Philippines for the first time? And then second, what place would you recommend? What would be the top places that you would recommend to foreigners coming here for the first time?
First point, yes, come and discover the Philippines. It's a wonderful place, a wonderful country, wonderful people. Come and discover. Second point, take your time. Westerners country don't live to the same rhythm like in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Like in Asia, usually speaking, but especially in the Philippines. You know, on Facebook, I also follow some groups like Expat in the Philippines, like French in the Philippines, or US in the Philippines, etc., etc. And most of the time, people posting questions on this group say, "Oh, I will spend 2 weeks in the Philippines. I will go to Manila or Cebu. I will go to Palawan. I will go to Boracay. I will go to Bohol. I will go. So there is a list of many places.
Yeah.
So it is always wonderful places,
Yeah.
but 2 weeks only. You will not discover a country within 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's very true.
So take your time.
Yeah.
If only choose one place, like Bohol. Bohol is a wonderful place, a wonderful island. Stop in Bohol, rent a scooter, go by your own around Bohol, go enter in the church, go to learn about, it was an earthquake in Bohol many years ago, so every damage here, learn about that. Discover, and is the best, and also chat with around you. Go eating in eatery, not in 5-star hotel.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
go into the plaza
Yes.
and spend your time in the plaza.
Yes.
You will have contact. You will get in touch with people, etc., etc.
It's easy
Take
and it's so
your
easy.
time.
Yes, okay. And it's so easy to get in contact with the Filipinos.
Oh, yeah.
They're so friendly.
Yes.
Okay, so take your time. And anything else as far as advice? Like top advice?
And don't go where all people go.
Okay, so go to where.
So when, for example, to this group, someone say, I'd like to discover the Philippines. So most of the answers are about Palawan, El Nido, Coron, etc.
or maybe Dumaguete. So would you
a
say?
little bit Dumaguete.
So what's
So what I say is, oh, if you want to discover the Philippines, consider going to Leyte, for example,
Yeah.
or in Samar. Samar
Yeah.
is also a beautiful place.
Okay.
Go to such a place and put down your luggage
Yes.
and stay and discover and talk.
So, any place you'd recommend for, or it's just, I don't know, maybe you would say don't go to the places that people recommend, right? Is that what you would say? Don't go to the Palawans, don't go to the Surigos, don't go to the Dumaguetes.
Go in Leyte.
Go to Leyte.
Sincerely,
Go to Leyte.
it was me. It is 4 or 5 times I go to Leyte.
So you've been to Dumaguete. So how would you say? Is it the fact that there's fewer foreigners here? Is that the biggest difference?
Yes,
Okay. And so therefore it feels more like the Philippines.
for me, Leyte is more close from the Philippine culture. Really.
Okay. So do you think that Dumaguete has been, because of the influx of so many foreigners?
Yes.
That it's maybe, I don't know, changed
Yeah.
the vibe of.
And for me, my last advice will be, okay, and after staying a couple of days or couple of weeks, it will be better in a place like Ormoc or such a place. Okay, learn about the culture, learn about the way of life, etc., the value of the country, and when you will be ready, I know some places, for example, in the middle of Mindanao, try to go and to have touch with traditional native people. There is in Mindanao native people. It's always it's another world.
So you also recommend parts of Mindanao?
Yeah, also parts of Mindanao.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But you need first to learn.
Yes.
Learn first.
First, learn.
First, learn.
Okay. And it takes.
Try to learn a little bit Tagalog or Bisaya. Go eating in the street. Teach. Chat with people, etc., etc. Share food, etc., etc. And when you go to the church, understand. Make friends. Also, go playing music or singing or etc., etc. And when you are ready, when you feel good with the Philippine culture, try to go like in a place or in a mountain in Leyte also. Try to go in a mountain, trying to go to in middle of Mindanao, Surigao, etc., etc.
Yeah.
There is absolutely crazy place here. Crazy place and crazy people.
Well, look, man, that's really good stuff, man, and great advice. And you know what? Actually, I agree with a lot of it. A lot of it I do myself. I do a lot of walking around because I find that when you walk around, it's easier to come in contact with people. You know, just walking, just out here, something like that. You know, but look, man, I appreciate you taking the time. Yeah,
welcome.
Very nice guy, man. And like I said, great advice, good stuff. And thank you for sharing your experience.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.